There's a store down in Florida called Florida Gun Supply, and its owner is Andrew Hallinan, and he has decided to do a video explaining how his place is going to be a Muslim-free zone. Interesting. In America. Fascinating. Well, let's go to the pathetic video to find out why he's doing this.
I have a moral and legal responsibility to ensure the safety of all patriots in my community. And so effective immediately, I'm declaring Florida Gun Supply as a Muslim-free zone. I will not arm and train those who wish to do harm to my fellow patriots.
Oh my God, that's amazing. He says he will not arm people looking to do harm to his fellow patriots, as he's got a giant Confederate flag behind him. The guy who just did harm to his fellow patriots, if he actually means those words, was Dylan Roof. Just shot and killed 9 people, proudly displaying the Confederate flag. Totally forget about it. Don't care, didn't see it. See no evil, hear no evil, I don't want to talk about it. It's the Muslims, it's the Muslims, it's the Muslims. Unbelievable. Then he does a long defense of the Confederate flag about how it's not about racism. Dude, somebody just bought a gun. You were saying, hey, I'm not going to sell guns to Muslims. Bought a gun, shot 9 black people inside a church, and he loved the Confederate flag and often posed with the Confederate flag. I don't see it. I don't see it. It's the Muslims. It's the Muslims. So let's get more specific on that issue.
Our leaders are telling you that Islam is a peaceful religion, full of tolerance and love and hope. Don't believe their lies. We're in battle, patriots, but not only with Islamic extremism. We're also in battle against extreme political correctness that threatens our lives. Because if we can't call evil evil for fear of offending people, then we can't really defeat our enemies.
You got to call evil evil. You got to say what the real problem is, Islam. Sounds like some atheists I know. It's Islam, you got to say it's Islam. Just add Confederate flag in the background, same exact thing. Now wait, you watch him on CNN, you'll see that he says the same exact thing as the atheist fundamentalist. Okay, now, unlike us rational atheists and agnostics. So, let's take a look at his core ideology here. He sells guns. He's a huge believer in the Second Amendment. Except when it comes to Muslims. Oh, right. Now, didn't we talk about this on the show? We said they love the Second Amendment and your right to own a gun as long as it's white people who own guns. Now, you have a lot of black folks show up with guns. All of a sudden, that Second Amendment is going to get a little wishy-washy. That was one example we used. The second example we used was, what if Muslims kept showing up with guns? What if Muslims showed up at an airport like right-wingers are, carrying around their assault rifles? Second Amendment, not so much. Well, this guy makes it explicit. He's like, guns? No, those are just for white folks who believe in the Confederate flag. They're not for you Muslims. But wait a minute, they're Americans. They're 100% American, just like you. Oh, no, of course not. No guns for the Muslims. Why? Well, you see, Islam is a different religion than all the other religions. It is evil at its core. Okay, so now let's see him get theoretically nuanced on CNN and see if it makes any more sense.
It will be done on a case-by-case basis. You know, the broader picture here is that we want to bring light to Islam's tenets as a whole. We do believe that Islam is evil at its core, and that the Quran is built to establish a one-world order, a caliphate.
If a white supremacist is a Christian and follows the Bible, is that the same as a Muslim who follows the Quran? Are they both the same in your book if they're intent on committing mass murder?
Yeah, so my goal is to keep guns away from anybody who's going to use these for any sort of violent actions. And I do believe that Islam at its core is violent. I am not saying in any way, shape, or form that every Muslim is violent at all or evil at all. The people, the vast majority of Muslims are peace-loving, normal everyday Americans and people that are not out to seek the jihad. So I'm not denying guns to Muslims who read the Quran. I am denying guns to Muslims who believe the Quran exactly the way it's written and wish to establish a caliphate, a one world order, and kill unbelievers for not believing.
Well, first of all, how the hell would you know that? So if that's all you were saying, no one would disagree. Hey, I won't sell guns to people who want to establish a one world order caliphate and will do violence with the gun I'm about to sell them to establish that caliphate. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Nobody would sell that guy a gun, right? And so, but that's not what you said. You said that you were establishing a Muslim-free zone. That's exactly what you said. And you said 2 different times there. Standard thing that the atheist bigots say too. Right? And I don't know if this guy's a Christian, a bigot, or I don't know what, or an atheist. I don't know. I do know he's a bigot. So he says, oh, no, I get it. I'm not saying all Muslims. I'm not saying all Muslims. Except you said a Muslim-free zone. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying the majority of Muslims. No. I'm saying Islam is evil at its core, and Islam at its core is inherently violent. The problem is Islam. I've heard these arguments before, right? So, but which one is it, dude? Is it a Muslim-free zone? Is it all Muslims? Or is it, no, just the Muslims looking to do violence? If you're talking about Muslims who are going to declare jihad, well, then everybody agrees with you, schmuck. Of course you don't give those guys guns. You also don't give, as Costello asked there, you don't give a Christian radical, Christian fundamentalist, someone who says, yeah, I'm going to go kill people with this. Yeah, I hope you don't sell them a gun. Everybody agrees to that. That's not controversial, right? If you say Muslim-free zone, then you do mean all Muslims, and we don't agree with that, and you are a bigot. But he doesn't want to say that. He wants to obfuscate.